Hi folks, welcome to the UI guy. So 3 months ago, I had published a video regarding the mock test for Google Cloud Digital Leader exam from a Cloud Guru. So that was the test number two, and then I got some request to add test number one and three as well. So that's why I'm preparing this video. So in this video, we'll go through this Google Cloud Digital Leader as a Cloud Guru exam practice exam one. Okay, so let's start this exam. So as it's been around 3 4 months, I was preparing for this Google Cloud Digital Leader, and since then I am not working with Google Cloud because, as you know, I am a UI developer. So I don't have much, experience or knowledge in that context till now. So what I will do is I'll just go through these questions and I will select some random answers here. So the intention will be you can pause this video and you can go through these questions, and at this end of this exam, while I will submit this exam, at that time we will be able to see the answers as well. So at that time you can check what you have selected, if that's the correct answer or not. So that's the with that intention, let's start this exam. Okay, so I'm just selecting something randomly. uh, Unlike the last video, I'm not going to explain the questions and answers. Okay, but I'll just go through the questions in the overall and I will select anything. So don't take this as as the last video where I was explaining why this should be the option and all. Okay, so yeah. Cloud SQL, unpremised Cloud SQL. Okay, then what can be option? Choose three. So MongoDB is not going to be option as it is the no SQL database. Then we can probably select these three. Yeah, okay. So it should be capital expenditure will be reduced, correct? And then these two probably. So this one. So where the traffic can go up and down. So Cloud Run was, if I remember correctly, it was a managed service for the containers. Okay, so these two are related to this Dockerization. This is the compute engine, normal compute engine we have, and then app engine, flexible environment. So I think this I can select this one because all they want is the spikes can go up and down, because in initial launch inactivity, there can be inactivity, and also there can be spikes of high traffic. Okay, so let's go with this one. Ram is working for a startup company that specializes in transcribing Korean videos into okay or transcribe. So probably you can do this with this trans some API, media translation, speech to text, video intelligence was there or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure this one. I'm just selecting something randomly. Here is to figure. So they have this Xavier's family have some data from his parents' business, family's business. So they have collected that over the years. Which computing model they should use. So as they have collected some data which is very sensitive, I believe. So probably they can consider with a multi-cloud. Sorry, not multi-cloud, but something in on-premise and something on the cloud. I think. Yes, we don't have that option. We can go with the private cloud in this case, I think, because on-premise, when we are preparing for this cloud exam on-premise, is not a good solution. Mostly. Okay, so this is the point where we have what are the kind of data that we are storing. So we are storing a parking meter number, which is a structured one. The license plate of the car, which is unstructured data, because that's a photograph, and the date and time. Okay, so which type of database? So as something is unstructured, which is the car plate number here. So in this kind of scenario, I think we should go with a unstructured database. There can be this can be probably a solution that's semi-structured, but as far I remember, I have never heard about this semi-structured database, which is the following should not choose. As far I remember, as per the SRA principle, SREs, we should never expect 100%. So that's what I remember again. So it's been 4 months, 4 to 5 months. I have no touch with this Google Cloud. So I'm just selecting something based on my memory and whatever, some cases and all. And for you, the intention is to just check the questions. Probably you can pause the video, you can go through the questions, and you can write the answer what you are thinking in a pen and paper. And then at the end of this exam, when we'll see the answers, at that time you can just verify your answers with the correct answer, and you can get a score for like how proficient you are. They have latency and the cost management are their priority. So what they can use. Profiler can be used for the latency, I think. Or trace, also trace, I think, when we have some microservices where the flow is going on, and for that we can use the cloud trace. And as they have the cost one, so for the cost one, which one? I'm not sure this one. So maybe I can go with this cloud profiler for the performance side, and the monitoring one for the cost one. So here is the scenario when the Amaya, she wants that she can update the app regularly. So this is never going to be an option that create a new application every time she wants to give an update. So the two will be probably microservices, because as the app can be more complex, and she wants to give quickly updates. So developer can work on chunks of the application or fraction of the application instead of the whole application, so that will just fasten the process, and then deploy the application to a public cloud platform. That this is also a good one, because I don't think the third one is going to be answered anyway, and I don't remember what is this collocation facility. I think I have forgot this. Okay. Darren has been asked to double check the new website running on App Engine before their big launch for any miss vulnerability. Okay. Which Google Cloud service should Darren rely on? Okay, so Darren has to check just everything is up and running. Okay. Cloud data loss prevention is not the one. Armor is used to prevent the DDoS attacks and all, right? Then we have. I'm not sure. I'm confused with between this web security scanner and event threat detection. So if you are suggesting something, then yeah, write it down because I'm going to most likely make a guess between this web security scanner and event threat detection. So as the user wants to, verify stuff, so I think web security scanner will be better in this case. Okay, going forward, Marek's team is in charge of rendering and encoding video footage from the drone's photography of this footage is uploading product line must be encoded with the tail. Acha. So this question was there in the last test as well, yeah, if I remember, but I'm not sure. Okay. So they want something and their budget is exceeding. Okay, apply a sustained use discount. So if I'm not wrong, sustained use discount is something that we don't need to apply that gets started automatically. Change the storage class to the less expensive one. I don't think this will be identical because they have some important data that needs to be accessed frequently. If I'm not wrong. So in this case, they can use a committed use discount. That's what I think. Because using a printable virtual machine is again not ideal because it can be terminated anytime. Jury is looking to deploy her new app, but she's concerned about availability. She's heard that although the system is set to scale automatically, it can sometimes take minutes for new instance to be ready. Okay. Okay. So the problem is, yeah, it's true that when a new instance is being added to your configuration, it has a boot time, so it takes some time. So how Zuri can rule out that time? That's the question. So in this case, probably we can go with the containers because it will take less time, and we can check the serverless as well. Quinn is outlining her company's security responsibility after migrating their application to Google Cloud's App Engine. Which of the following should Quinn note her company are responsible for? Okay, so her company will always be responsible for the content because that's not Google is responsible for. Also, her company also should look the deployments as well. Network is something that that's a Google Cloud is going to manage and access on authentication. So we just have to set the correct rules and then that will be handled. So I think these two will be answer. Logan is working with cloud monitoring for the first time and needs to understand its capabilities. Which of the following are features of cloud monitoring? Yeah, I'm not sure. I have forgot this completely. So as it's a monitoring, it should have some. It looks like everything. It needs to have a audit log. It needs to have a health monitoring. It needs to have a visual dashboard. So yeah, let's select these three. I'm not sure, so don't consider this as I'm suggesting something. Joey has noticed that his company's website is being attacked in a way never seen before. And each time the same log event is recorded. What steps should Joey to deal with this attack? Event threat detection, custom event threat, log so you could analyze the attacker, cloud armor. I think the simple approach would be this, and I'm not sure though. Lina needs to create a custom machine learning model that identifies defectively and manufacture windshield wipers coming off her company's assembly line. Okay, so she has all the photographic data she needs, but has no experience. Okay, that's fine. So there is auto ML for that only. Now the question is auto ML vision or tables. As our machine learning model needs to be trained, and then it will check our photos, right? The windshield wipers. So that will be on vision all the time. So we can give our data existing data set and it We can train our own AIML models using AutoML. Whereas Stream is architecting a new application that relies on streaming key value data. So that's a NoSQL database. First, a hint: Cloud Spanner is not there. Then Spanner is a SQL or NoSQL. In that one, I'm a bit confused. Okay, so that sounds so mean. Which of the following is the optimum Google Cloud service needs? Okay, and then it needs to be to respond quickly. So I think Google Cloud Firestore will be the better option in this case any day. After migrating to the wave, Matthews company is trying to build up their partner ecosystem by making the legacy data available to a selected inner circle. What should be the matter do to make this possible? Okay, so they have some data and they want to make some portion of the data to some select inner circle. If not to anyone requesting, probably it can be the written to authorized user, but I have gone through these two options yet. Let's explore the other two as well. Provide the trusted as partner with the direct access. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So maybe I will go with the first option here because I'm not sure with the second other two. Fed's team has been fending off SQL injection attacks for the past week, all stemming from the okay. So some attacks, SQL injection attacks is being happening. How should her team respond? Set up cloud armor to reject the traffics. So I think this is fine. Web security scanner, event detection. I don't know. It's up to you. So I'm just selecting something. I'll show you the answer at the end of this test. That's all on me. Tamara just ran her first prediction based on a machine learning model. She trained using Vertex AI. Okay. Unfortunately, wildly unexpected prediction are being happening. Which of the following could be the problem? So that's a custom trend thing, Vertex using Vertex AI, but the result is not up to the mark. So the trend was not okay. Vertex AI, the wrong answer is Vertex AI. Outer lines of the data are not removed. Maybe the anomalies were not removed and these outliers were not removed. This can be the reason. So Jack's CEO doesn't understand what a cloud. So what Jack will explain. The cloud is a network of computers located around the world that is accessed through internet, and it just stores the data until you need it. Okay, the cloud is a network of servers located that is fine on the internet and designed to store and process information. So this one at least better than the other one because here I am not in cloud we are not just storing something, we're also processing. Also, we'll go through the other two options. The cloud is a network of data centers. Yes, correct. Located around the world that is accessed through the internet and is designed to store and process. So this is more even more accurate. So instead of servers, we can say these are the data centers. The cloud is a network located around the world that is accessed through internet and is designed to convey the information wherever you need it. Again, this looks also good to me. I'm not sure. I'll go with the whatever I have selected yet. David asks Jimmy which Google Cloud database service would be better for upcoming project, Cloud SQL or Grafana? God. Which of the following questions? So yeah. So Cloud Spanner was also a SQL one if I'm not wrong. So all these two are the SQL based, so we don't need to ask a question that if it requires SQL or not. So we can ask about how these three, the other three. That's fine. Roger wants to host his new site in Google Cloud, but he's afraid that he doesn't have the technical stuff he needed for this configuration. Hmm. Yes. So doesn't have a lot of money, so he doesn't want to pay for. No traffic. Okay. So when there is no traffic, they just don't want to pay. So there is a service that can bring the containers to zero. I think that is Cloud Run, if I'm not wrong. But also App Engine, as it's a managed service, it could be ideal. Uh, but I'm a bit confused, and I think, as far I can recall, the service Cloud Run can go to the. This is a container-based service, and it can go up to zero containers if there is no traffic. Okay, so for that reason, I'm selecting this Cloud Run only. James is working with a new machine learning model which has trained and deployed. What steps are left for him to take? Machine learning trained and deployed. Now just we need to monitor its prediction, generate prediction. What else? Prepare the data, no manage the models. Okay. So just while setting up this security policy for its company's newly migrated cloud operation. Ah, so how it should be concerned? It can be compliance for sure. And the first three connectivity is not related to this security policy, I think. Okay, so we are half done. So we'll go a bit faster now. Alexander is looking to monetize some functionality that her company developed internally by offering license to third-party developers. What is the best way? The best way, okay. What's the best way? Okay. So is there any API gateway or something? APC is there. So this should be the answer. So APC is in AWS. We have a service for API gateway. So APC is a equivalent service for that in Google Cloud. So where if you're developing some APIs, we can add those APIs will come through this APZ, and then we can monitor those APIs and we can add some constraint limitations and whatnot. So for those reasons, we can use this APZ here. Ashanti has been tasked with modernizing her team's application for upcoming migration to Google Cloud. Okay. The apps are currently running on a Windows server in the downtown office. What's the best way to make sure application can be modernized? So Windows server, it's running on the Windows server. Yeah. What was that? Can be the application should know. There is Anthos and ZKE was for something else for migration, not for the Windows server. And if it's not a VMware engine, it's a migration for compute engine. Let's use this one. I'm not sure. I have forgot actually this one. Dive needs to make a presentation of Google Cloud's defense in depth security model. Okay, okay. Operation. How do I know? Encryption, identity, and operation. Hey, wait a second. I can edit this. Dive needs to make Google Cloud's defense, right? So in that case, hardware can be a option. And identity, not identity, because I think this is on the customer, not on the Google Cloud. Kanchar has noticed an issue with his app. Every now and then, a particular set of log lines appear when a performance lags for. So Kanchan too fast to debug the situation. Cloud Trace is a better way in this case, I think. But as we're going faster, I'm not sure. I'm not going through all these options. Please feel free to pause the video and go through the questions in your own pace. Kim is working on an organization, Cloud IAM policy needs to identify the principals who should be assigned specific roles. Okay, should have to clear all the widgets. Uh, 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 I'm not sure I'm selecting anything. So for the other questions, I'll not read the questions as well. So I'm just selecting something randomly. Feel free to pause the video. I'm selecting randomly, guys. Oh, it has to be one. So let's select anything. I'm not reading the questions as well. Feel free to pause them and read them. I'm just selecting some past options. I know I should not do this in at least a video, but I've got something I need to go. So, and also one of the viewers said that his exam is approaching and he needs to see these questions. So that's actually the reason why I'm preparing this video. So yeah, so now we are done. I'll just submit this quickly. Submit exam. Yeah, it's 42. Still, it's a strange. I don't think I should score this much because I you know I added many guesses at the end. So I'll show you quickly the answers as well. Okay. So for the question number one, we did a wrong. We selected hybrid cloud, but it should be multi-cloud. Okay. And then so it's showing the section by section. So we will not be able to check number one, two in that way. Rather, we'll go to the section. So as far as you might know, we have some sections like Google digital transformation with Google Cloud is a section, innovation is a section, like that. So from this section, there were five questions, and we have only corrected one. So let's go through this question number three. So this should not be selected that I have selected. So there is explanation as well with for this. Please feel free to pause the video and go through the explanations. Then the 41. So this is not the answer. 50. So I think I had selected public cloud here, which is not a solution. This question is correct first. Okay. Let's go to the other section. Now the question number six. So we have selected this run videos through video intelligence API, which is not correct. So we should use the transcribe API in this case. Then this is here. So it is they should use a public cloud because at that time I explained that their data is important or something, but looks like that's not that important. Okay. So question number 8, 13, 19, 35, 44, all wrong. 47, 48, 2 is correct one. 18, 22, 24, 26, 46. Okay. 14, it's around 25, 29, 33, 42, 43, 45, 49. If you are confused with any questions or answers, feel free to pause the video and go through the explanations as well. And you can add a comment as well. Like I'm not diving deep into this because I have no upcoming exams and I don't work on Google Cloud in my day-to-day life. So that was just for a certification purpose. But yes, I do understand that having this knowledge is helpful for us, but at this moment actually I'm stuck with some other stuff. I'm a bit involved in that. I'm just preparing this video because someone commented they have an exam on this. Okay. I think we're all covered, so I covered all these answers of this practice set one. So maybe I'll make another video for the practice set three as well, because for two I have already created a video. Thanks for staying connected with this video. Have a great day.